And they don't even let me do that? That's boring. Boring! Lame! Why give me the choice? This game is in a nutshell. A lot of the choices they give you aren't real choices. I thought this was one of those games that broke that mold. Sure, there are choices that are real choices, but I thought there was going to be a lot more branching than there has been. Granted, I've only seen one play through this game. For all I know, this is a big branch. It feels like it's just the natural course of things. For all I know, there is a lot of branching, and I just didn't realize it. That would surprise me, but maybe. Okay, today's the day of your ski trip with your friends. It'll be your last big memory of winter Inaba. Don't say that! Don't say it. You're endeavor to have fun as much as possible. Don't say that, game. Don't say it. Say it ain't so. There's gotta be more. I'm sure in the golden ending there's gonna be some final big party. Probably. I'd be surprised if there wasn't. Ooh! What are these cutscenes?
Yosuke, you're pretty good!
Dude, you too! Is this really your first time snowboarding?
Just gotta keep your balance, right?
Whoa!
Senpai! You're too fast!
Oh, I'm too cool. Oh wow, she sucks.
You gotta open up your stance. Do you get it? Come on.
That's great.
It's easier said than... Huh?
Oh yes!
Damn, that hurt.
I ship it.
Oh, so sorry!
Oh my gosh.
You owe me a date! You won't win!
And now they're shipping... What? Wait. Wait a second. Oh god. Oh, this could be bad. Wow, that was pretty good. He's gonna fuck up the landing. You know he is. Yeah, there we go. Thought so.
What?
Yes! Oh, this cutscene is everything I would have wanted out of a cutscene like this. I like all their snowing outfits.
Jeez, you two.
Hey, another teddy man! This time it's made of real teddy. Okay, I gotta process some of the things that happened there. So yeah, they did some shipping with Naoto Kanji. I'm like, yes, I want it. It looked like they were bringing up a Rise Me thing, and I was like, that's a bit weird. Well, not it's a bit weird. It just seemed like as Teddy and Yukiko were coming toward... First of all, it looked like they were kind of shipping Teddy and Yukiko a bit. That's funny. But also, as they were coming towards us, it seemed like we were getting pretty close. Did it look like that to anybody else? Like they were embracing or something. Like they were about to get like really close. And then they were gonna like Yukiko and Teddy were just gonna smack into them, but it didn't happen. But Teddy did smack into Yosuke, so that's funny. Chie apparently is super good at snowboarding for her first time, which that makes sense. I mean, she's Chie, but I'm pretty sure she has like ski boots as like a weapon. So you think she'd rather ski? Well, no, not ski. No, that's skate boots. Sorry, skate boots, not ski boots. Those are different things. Also, I've never snowboarded. That's also one of those things where it's like, no, that's okay. Looks cool, but I'll pass. But meh. But yeah, that cutscene. Oh. I've ragged on some of these cutscenes, like, what was the point? That cutscene didn't add much, or why did you make a cutscene out of that? That was some good use. I like that one a lot.
Whew! We've been down this slope a bunch of times now.
And we only got to see one. It was probably the best time, but... Also, Yosuke in a hood. Feels weird.
Hey, what do you think of my snowboarding skills? I bet you're head over heels with them.
Nah. I bet Teddy is head under hills when you got absorbed.
Well, yeah, but only because we were falling down all the time. Teddy kept crashing into me.
Teddy crashed into Kanji. Did he crash into you as hard as he did back in the, back during the King's game? That's right.
It's not fair that Kanji gets to keep skiing with Naochan. I'm completely against one-on-one personal lessons.
Well, I am kind of against you even being here. I am glad that you're in suit, though. That makes sense, though. He wants to keep warm, so he's in his suit. I definitely do prefer the in-suit personality, but I don't know. As I've said before, I feel like Teddy's best in small doses, and they've just been making him bigger and bigger throughout the game, which makes me like him less. So.
You were doing it on purpose, you bastard!
Of course he is. He's Teddy. He's almost as bad as
You guys are
Yosuke.
completely ignoring my lines, huh?
It's because you're Yosuke.
So this was your first time skiing, Naoto-kun? How was it?
Oh, I was gonna mention that as well. Yeah. Okay. Also, yeah, I like all their outfits. I think I already said that. But for Naoto's first time, yeah, I like that about. I like that she has some of those, you know, dorky qualities when she's not doing something. You know, because like when she's doing what she normally does, which is always has the super serious and super focused. But these times when we goof off and do something super out of her element, and she seems super adorkable, I like it. But you know what I also noticed? I've gotten used to calling her a her. I remember for so long I was like he, she. I think I got past that finally.
I can barely even stand upright. Kanji-kun is teaching me, but
Before she read that line, I actually read that prematurely and was like touching me. And I'm like,
it's not going as I'd hoped. I keep going in the wrong direction or falling over without warning.
As long as you fall on Kanji, I don't think he minds. Or you could fall on me. I wouldn't mind much either. Just don't fall on Yosuke or Teddy, because then we'd be going to wrong territories. Or you could fall on the girls. I think that would even be the best situation.
I hope I do a little better tomorrow.
I'm excited for tomorrow if we have it tomorrow.
You don't look it, but you really don't like losing, do you? Should we go up one more time?
You don't look it, but you don't like losing? That's half of her character. Well, okay, half is a bit much, but that's her whole thing, is that she enjoys solving things and getting things right. Of course she hates losing. But, that's an interesting style for her hat. I mean, I like her whole clothes thing going on there, but she's got it on kind of sideways, kind of like she barely even put it on properly. Almost like she just finished skiing down the hill, and she hasn't had time to adjust her gear. It looks sloppy. I like it.
What? I'm too tired. My legs are giving out on me.
That's okay. I'll carry you down. Skiing? That's a terrible idea. Don't do that.
My fur's all frozen too. I feel like Frosty the Snow Bear.
Yeah, right. As if you're cool enough to be Frosty.
We've got tomorrow too, so let's call it a day. Aren't you hungry, Chie?
Chie does like food.
I didn't even notice it until now. I'm super hungry. What are we having for dinner at the lodge?
You didn't even notice it? I don't know about you, but that never happens for me. If I'm hungry, I know I'm hungry. Although sometimes I'll get hungry, and then after I'm hungry for a long time, the hunger just kind of goes away. That's happened to me a few times, but other than that, I know when I'm hungry. No one ever brings up to me, "Are you hungry?" And then I'm like, "You're right, I am." That's not happened to me. You're a weird beast, Chie. I like it.
I think soul cooked in non-regional style.
What is soul? We're eating our souls? This'll be some real Persona action. Look into yourself. What is the truth inside? What is the real true self?
That non-regional part caught my attention.
Maybe we're gonna have some Canada thing. Because we're in the winter place, so maybe it makes sense, have some Canadaland stuff. Canardian.
So, it's a non-style style?
That sounds like the best style to me.
What is that supposed to taste like?
Maybe it tastes like everything that isn't like here at once? No, that would be terrible. Or amazing.
I think you would only call it something like that if you weren't all that confident about your food.
Well, maybe that's trying to get your expectations lowered so that when you eat it, you love it way more. Which, as a restaurant tactic, is a terrible idea because you want them to eat it, not think it's a bad idea, but meh. Actually, it's not a restaurant though, right? It's the lodge thing, so they won't have to worry as much? Maybe.
I doubt the chefs would appreciate hearing that from you guys.
Hey, they made that cake, and it was pretty good. Doesn't matter if it was 3 attempts. So, they're getting better.
That's so mean. I remember you yelling about how delicious that cake we made was.
I wasn't yelling. And that cake was only good because Naoto helped you.
Oh, so Naoto is the magical secret? You'd think she'd be the worst at it.
That's not true. It was thanks to the cookbook.
The Magical Cookbook. What if I bought that book? I bought so many books in this game. Maybe I bought that book, in which case it's thanks to me. Everybody should be thanking me. I'm the master.
I don't care which it was. And you guys should have been using a cookbook in the first place.
That is a good point.
There's something more important at hand right now.
Food! Chie needs food. Everybody stop the presses. Chie needs food.
Soul is a fish, right? What about some real meat? Meat!
Soul is a fish! That's right! I just remembered that Soul is a fish. Okay, interesting. But okay, Soul is okay, fish is meat. Okay, you know what? No. I'm gonna put my foot down. Fish is meat. Birds, they're meat. You might think they're other kinds of meat, but they're all meat. Okay? Okay. And you know what grinds my gears? When vegetarians eat fish and stuff. And be like, oh, I'm a vegetarian, but it's okay, they're not meat. They're meat. They're fucking meat. Okay? Okay. Like, if you're being a vegetarian for the sake of... It depends on why you're being a vegetarian, though. Like, if you're being a vegetarian for the sake of, like, I don't know, just because you don't want the certain kind of meat in your bloodstream, that's one thing. But if it's because you're like, oh, I don't want to kill real animals or something, then that's, I don't know.
How much of a carnivore are you?
She doesn't have to be a carnivore, she can be an omnivore.
I don't think I saw any real meat dishes on the menu.
No meat? This place is terrible, let's leave, Chie.
No beef? Or pork? Or even chicken?
Okay, if you're not gonna call fish meat, how do you call chicken meat? Because chicken is supposed to be poultry. Okay, you want to stop being double standardy? I mean, it's Chie, so I forgive her, but come on.
She's got a point. And considering how much we've been skiing, I could use something with a lot of protein.
Yeah, let's eat some real man meat. As Kanji would say.
Meat.
Meat? Meat dimension? Everyone turns to look at Teddy. He would not be tasty. I wouldn't even bother.
Has the day finally come that you all want a little taste of Teddy?
I don't want any taste of you, no.
No, we'd never do that. Bear meat is pretty gamey after all.
What, we're gonna hunt him?
You're so cruel, Yuki-chan.
That's right, Teddy. Run! And then we start shooting at Yosuke. What did I do? You run with him! We're hunting Teddies and Yosuke's. You finish skiing for today and decide to return to the lodge. Ooh, is this gonna be a steamy night scene? Oh, steamy night scene. We need a good steamy night scene. After dinner, I'm excited. Everyone gathered in the lounge. Oh?
Is Teddy still in the bathhouse?
Let him stay there. Let's have him not in one of the cutscenes for a while.
We saw these college girls while we were having dinner. He said he was gonna hold out in the bath until they showed up.
Yeah, that's Teddy.
Sheesh, what's he up to now?
He's Teddy. Let's not bother. Let's have a serious conversation. Or no, let's just have a good goof-off conversation without him here.
You say that, but I bet you wish you were there with him right now, don't you?
I'll say this about Yosuke. I like to tease him, but I like his level of perviness way more than I like Teddy's. Teddy goes into creepy territory way too much. It was cute back when he was just a bear, but then he took off the bear skin and it just... Ugh.
What? That's the worst.
Wow, they're gonna make fun of him now before he even said anything.
Wouldn't you rather spend time with us? I mean, me, rather than people like that, Senpai?
Okay, why the... Okay, so you know how I talk about how Chie is too modest all the time? Rise is too self-indulgent. I mean, come on, Chie. God, I'm mixing up their names again. Issei and Ie. Spread the love around a little. You're all fondleable.
Dude, how awesome is it that we all get to stay overnight like this? And it's co-ed! So why don't we...
Oh my god, it's co-ed. There's no way. The game wouldn't go there. It's too PG. But still, that'd be cool.
No.
Yep.
But I didn't suggest anything yet!
We know what you were gonna suggest. But I'd be all for it. My boner is propped and ready.
Sorry, were you gonna say play cards?
Strip poker?
Why don't we go night skiing? skiing. I've always been impressed by people who can do that.
Yeah, and I've always been scared by the people who can't see very well in the dark and trip and die. I'd rather not.
Then we'd have to take another bath afterwards. Honestly, I'm already exhausted from snowboarding all day.
She ain't getting to take 2 separate baths and 2 chances to spy on her. Giggity, giggity.
Then why don't we do what people usually do when they get together at night?
And what is that? What do people usually do? Because what do you know about what people usually do, Kanji?
Tell ghost stories.
As if.
I don't know. Isn't that usually a summer thing?
We're a pretty unusual group. Let's do a summer thing in winter, why not?
Yeah, I think I'll have to disagree too.
Let's just talk for a while about what we're gonna do instead of actually doing something. That would be the worst thing ever. Please don't do that.
Huh? Could it be that you're actually scared of ghost stories?
You better start believing in ghost stories, Miss Rise. 'Cause you're in one.
Stuff like in those stories actually happens in the mountains. That one time during shooting was enough for me.
What time during what shooting? Oh, you mean like shooting? When she said shooting, I thought she meant like somebody actually got shot somewhere somehow. She's talking about filming. Okay, you worded that weirdly.
What? Stop it!
Okay, I guess she's gonna be the first to tell a ghost story, even though we weren't gonna tell them.
Oh, our inn has a lot of spooky stuff, too.
You wouldn't want to say that to advertise.
Once, we asked a customer how he liked his room, and he said the restroom was too dark. But his room didn't have one.
Oh, I get it. I think that's just him being an idiot and you giving bad commands.
And sometimes when you take pictures in that room during Obon, they don't come out right.
It's Obon. I'm certain it's Obon, right? There's no way it's Obon. It's Obon. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm sure that's Obon.
Whoa, that's pretty creepy.
Oh, and I heard that Haniwa are occasionally found in the mountains around here.
The hell is a Haniwa? That sounds like a Pokemon name. Like, what was it? It's like Hallelujah? No, now I'm thinking of Hallelujah Haptism, but no. Yeah, there's a Pokemon called like Hallelujah or something. Like Haniwa, like that same kind of feel.
They say this entire area could have been a grave site long ago.
Hallelujah, evolved form called Haniwa, confirmed.
Folklore has little valid scientific evidence, but is a result of cultural significance and strong story elements.
Ha! Naoto's scared? Are you kidding me? I don't buy it. That doesn't seem in character. That seems a bit out of character to me. Maybe people told ghost stories to her too much as a kid, and maybe they tried. Maybe she has like an older. Well, I don't think she has siblings. But let's say she did, and then they told ghost stories and actually made them real. Like going booga booga booga, and so that's why she hates ghost stories. That's why she has a terrible fear of. Maybe they did it in the mountains even. Then maybe she has a terrible fear of ghost stories, and maybe one of her siblings ended up dead, which is why they're never mentioned in this game, because it's a terrible memory and she doesn't want to bring it up, and that's why she's super scared of bringing it up now, and she's actually super holding that emotional baggage, and that's going to be another shadow we have to fight to extend the game, maybe so we can extend the game longer? Headcanon.
Any ancient burial ground is likely just the site of a temple, so,
Also, I gotta bring up something that crossed my mind. I believe I recognize Naoto's voice from somewhere. I've been watching the Hunter x Hunter dub, and I've been liking it a lot. I've been liking Hunter x Hunter. I have one, like, Hunter x Hunter I'm enjoying for the most part, but there's one problem I have with it that drives me crazy, because the exam that they have, like, in the Hunter exams, it's like, it's an exam to make sure they're qualified to be hunters, right? And yet people die all the time in the exam. So it's like, wait a second. But if the exam is to see if you're qualified to be a hunter, isn't that to make sure that you're not going into becoming a hunter before you're not ready to be a hunter? But if you can die in the exam to be a hunter, what's the point of holding an exam? That's something that still bugs me. It's like, I don't know, I compare it to the Chunin exam in Naruto. Like, they have to sign waivers before the Forest of Death, and other than that, they're always fine. They make sure nothing happens to them. And like, it's like taking a car test. Let's say you took your driver's test, And when you took their driver's test, it was like, okay, we're going to make sure you're ready to actually be on the road with real people. Now, to make sure you're ready to be on the road with real people, we have a bunch of real people on the road. Make sure you don't hit on any of them while you're driving in your driving test. If you hit too many of them, you don't pass. Like, that's what it feels like when I'm watching the Hunter exams in Hunter x Hunter. But anyways, getting back to my point, I think she has the same voice actor as Kurapika. Is that his name? I think it might be. I think that's who voices this character. I just noticed that as I was watching. I could be wrong, but the voice is similar for sure.
You're scared too?
Yes.
Scared of real ghost stories.
This is starting to get pretty good.
Are we really gonna do the ghost story thing?
How are you in scary stories?
Who, me? I love them, they're okay. Let's be a man! I read the Ghost Stories book, of course I love them, right? I'm perfect for this!
Oh, so, you got any special stories of your own up your sleeve?
In actuality, I'm not renegade at all. Takes off face. I'm actually Adachi. Dun dun dun. Wait, you couldn't tell? We have like the same voice.
I can't believe you guys! I'm having no part of this! I'm plugging my ears!
Oh, Chie's voice actor's great. I still find it hard to believe she had a different one in the original Persona 4. I'm gonna have to hear that sometime, but yeah, I love her voice actor in this one. If there's any reason that I'm glad I played the golden version, that's it.
Would it be scarier to only hear bits and pieces of stories like that?
Oh yeah, that is scarier. Knowing less tends to be even worse, because then you can't help wondering what the rest of the story is. And you're like, no. Sometimes when you find out more, it's like, oh, that's it? That's lame.
Shut up, Morangi! Why are you pushing so hard for us to tell ghost stories?
Because it'll be fun! We can scare the girls and see them in their scared positions and be like, oh, that's so kawaii!
You stop calling me that, damn it!
Yeah, it's only fair that if he's Morangi, then the rest of you should have nicknames. We got Yukiko, and Yosuke is just Yosuke, because that's enough of an insult already. Teddy's just Teddy, because that's also an insult. What else do we got? Naoto, right, Naoto in a way that sounds like Naruto, which is insulting because he's Naruto isn't very smart. And then Rise, who's Rossetti Mole, because you're the Rosetter, and then Chie, who I'm not going to give a bad nickname to because she's Chie and she doesn't deserve it.
Well, I'll start off then. Yukiko can go last. Her stories are off the charts creepy.
Oh, really? So the only ones who aren't into this are Naoto, Rise, and Chie? So, like, my favorite characters. That's kind of funny.
Let's see. It was over 3 years ago. A friend of mine in middle school told me this.
Don't tell the origin story to the story. I mean, I guess sometimes it works, but usually you want to act like it's your own original story. You're a plagiarist. Get your own material, Yosuke. Of course he would steal somebody else. He's not cool enough to think of his own story. He's a Yosuke.
It seems his sister went to a pretty prestigious private school, but she ended up running with the wrong crowd. Supposedly, she and a bunch of other girls were bullying another girl in their class.
If she was running with the wrong crowd, maybe she should have tried running in a different direction. Doi! Ghost story aborted. I can't take this ghost story seriously. Suspension of disbelief is over.
He said that she'd come home every night and laugh over the phone with her friends about the kid they were harassing.
Okay, this is just a depressing story now. When does it get scary and funny?
One day, she suddenly came home with a pale face. Ever since then, she started locking herself up in her room. No matter how much he asked what was going on, she'd completely ignore him. But he could hear her mumbling.
Mumbling that she would kill them all! Nah, it's too generic, right? Although maybe it's Yosuke, so he's gonna say a generic story.
She keeps saying to herself, "It's my turn next."
To die?
My friend got worried, so he went to ask his sister's friends what was going on. But it turns out,
they were already dead.
all her friends had passed out for mysterious reasons and had been taken to the hospital.
Dun dun dun! But then it actually turns out she's the one responsible!
He was so scared that he didn't know what to do. That night, at around 11:30...
Your story doesn't have very good context, Yosuke. What day is this?
Suddenly his sister started screaming in her room.
Oh no!
He ran into her room, and she was covering her ears and repeating, "She's calling me! I can hear her!"
Who is she? She sounds hot. I like her. Let's bone.
But my friend couldn't hear anything. And soon, his sister rushed out of the house. The next morning, she was found unconscious outside the school gates, just like her friends had been.
This is a pretty boring story so far, not gonna lie. I thought, I joke about how it's probably terrible, but I actually thought it might have been a bit better. Maybe it'll get better later, I don't know. Maybe this is just the boring early part. We have to get past the boring early prologue to get to the meaty middle, but it's a ghost story, it shouldn't be short and sweet.
In the end, she was taken to the hospital and recovered. But when he asked the people at school what happened,
none of them knew what he was talking about.
It seems the girl they were bullying was dead.
But wait, the girl you were bullying was the sister, right? Did I miss something, or is that the joke? Her sister rushed out of the house. The next morning, she was found unconscious outside the school gates. She was taken to the hospital and recovered. Girl they were bullying was dead. So it was a different girl? Okay, this is one of those things where your story took too long, so I forgot certain parts of it, so I don't know if that's supposed to scare me or not. One day, he said that he'd come home every night with her friends about the kid they were harassing. Wait, the kid they were harassing? Oh, no, they were the bullies. She's one of the bullies. She and a bunch of other girls were bullying another girl in their class. She'd come home every night, laugh over the phone with her friends. Oh, she's a terrible person. Ugh. No matter how much she asked to, she completely ignored him. My friend got worried. All her friends passed out for a mysterious reason. Suddenly his sister started screaming. And then they were dead. I don't get it. We didn't even know who this other character was, the harassed character. So why is it so weird they're dead? Just committed suicide from the harassment? That's pretty typical and pretty depressing. Your story sucks, Yosuke.
They said that the girl must have become a spirit that haunted them one by one.
Okay, yeah, now that I understand the full context and I've actually understood what the whole story was, yeah, that story sucked. I'm sorry, no. I've heard some scary stories. That was shit. That was pretty shit, Yosuke. I don't know why I expected more of you. You're a Yosuke. And Chie, come on, it wasn't that bad. And Yukiko, stop laughing. It wasn't that good.
That's impossible. Your story is full of inconsistencies.
He's Yosuke. His stories are never going to be able to tie you down with suspension of disbelief.
Wait, but I think I've actually read a police report like that.
Now it gets scary.
That's not denying it. You're supporting it.
That's when we get to some bad territory. Oh yeah, there's a police report that supports that. You know that horrible thing where a bunch of people die? Turns out it's a real story. How do you feel now, you insensitive jerk?
Wait, did she die? I think she turned up okay.
Wait, what? Oh, you mean in the real life version, not the story.
Well, that doesn't matter. That wasn't bad for a leadoff, right?
That was terrible. You suck. Let's get a good one, though. There's someone that isn't a... Oh, Yusuke! That could be... Okay, I know he's a Yosuke, so we don't need anything more for him than that, because that's his... That in itself is an insult, but... Yusuke! Yusuke so much! I don't know, I like it.
Well, you're next. What do you have in mind?
Oh, on a trip one night just like this. This happened to me recently. I can't do this! On a trip one night just like this. This happened to me recently. The first option's probably generic. Let's do the second option.
You're gonna do this too, Senpai? You meanie.
But I love them, right? Because I read it in a book. Oh yeah, this is gonna be one I read in the book, right? Because I'm also a plagiarist. I'm not very original. After all, I'm a very unoriginal main character design. And I have an unoriginal personality to go along with it. You decided to tell them a story you know.
It sounds realistic when you tell it.
And of course, we're not going to get to hear what it is. It's probably going to be the best story, and we're not going to get to hear it. It's going to be one of those.
So? And then?
Let's make up a story for this. One day, there was a man. his name was, 68.67. Oh shit, we actually get to tell a story. Late at night, he heard crying. He woke up in a blue... okay, I see. Oh, interesting! Branching scary story. Oh, this is, telling it about me. Late at night, he heard crying. He woke up in a blue room. Oh, is it gonna be what... I could tell it about the Velvet Room! Late at night, he heard crying. That sounds similar to Yosuke's. I want to copy Yusake. Blue Room.
Come on, this isn't a ghost story anymore, is it? It's just a story about someone being kidnapped.
I talked about how it was happening to me recently. Are you dumb? Are you dumb, Yosuke? Are you the dumb?
What was that?
Oh god, fitting. It was probably Teddy.
I heard something just now.
Do I not get to finish my story? About how I got trapped in the Velvet Room, kidnapped against my will several times, and how I think that's actually really happening? It's not in my dreams at all? They're really kidnapping me? Someone help? I need an adult. And not the nose! He's the wrong adult!
That was unusual.
It's just our imagination.
Yeah, let me continue with my story and have it coincide with all the scary noises. It's perfect. Maybe Teddy hears the story. Maybe that's funny headcanon. Teddy's hearing the story, so he's making noises on purpose so that my story can be scarier. Like, Sensei's gonna have the best scary story. That would actually be funny. High five, Teddy, for once.
Anyway, keep going. You can't just end it here. That'd be even scarier.
Hanako and Kashiwagi monsters. What? No. A creepy man with a long nose. Oh, we're going there. Velvet Room. Yes. And that's just wrong. That's mean to say. Because they're real people. Igor's not a real person. I can make fun of him all I want. So, what is Igor, I wonder? He's like, I know Mary is something else entirely, but then Igor is also going to be something else, right? And is him and Margaret the same something? Are they different somethings? Or how many somethings do we have? Like, is there someception? Maybe he's from the tribe of Longnosians. He comes from the same... He's an ancient ancestor of Usopp, come back from the grave using mystical taboo magic, and he now haunts people that are super generic and tries to make them less generic by giving them branching choices in life to make them important. Of course, headcanon.
Whoa, that's freaky. Something about a nose that long?
Yeah. Makes me think of this one show I've been watching with this guy named Yasop. Wrong Sop. Yes, it was Naoto that screamed! I bet Teddy's doing it. If he is, that's great, but he's probably not. It's probably coincidence. Maybe luck itself is on my side.
Blackout?
Someone jump into my arms. It'll be perfect. Naoto's right next to me. What if Naoto jumped into my arms?
Oh shit! Something just went past me!
Was it Teddy?
I told you I didn't want to do this! Why didn't you listen to me?
If it is Teddy, maybe he's trying to pants everybody, pants all the girls, and he accidentally pants the guys. That would be a thing they'd do, and I don't want them to do that. That wouldn't be very funny.
Someone get the lights on! I can't take this anymore! Hurry!
No, this is a perfect time to tell the rest of my story. And then when they woke up, he was already dead.
Hang on! Where's the switch?
There hasn't been enough sexy jokes. I want some more sexy jokes about how they're being sexy. And somebody's touching somebody's boob. Aw, Chie and Rise. Aw.
How dare you?
Okay, so Chie and Rise. That's funny, because they're kind of like the rivals. I like that. Aw, they really do love each other. Okay, now take off your clothes. It'll be even hotter. Also, Teddy, it was Teddy, but you ruined my story. I thought you were going to be a bro and help out with my story. Instead, you ruined it. You suck, Teddy. I was wrong. You're a Yusake as well.
To think you're eating all the snacks while I'm gone. I'm gonna curse you.
That might have been scary if the light was still off. Instead, it's just stupid. It's just stupid. Excuse me. Burp.
Get him?
Yes, get him!
Yeah, let's finish him off.
It's Teddy season! It's about time we killed this stupid bear! You're a shadow after all, you're just a shadow. we're prejudiced against shadows. You don't actually belong in this world. It's about time you died for real. Return to the nothingness you came from. The real personality you can't... You know what? Headcanon. He's one of Yosuke's shadows. It would just be perfect. It would just make so much sense. And then maybe when we kill him, it'll secretly, like, hurt Yosuke as well. And then he'll, like... the part of Yosuke that sucks so much, that I rant on all the time, maybe that's Teddy's fault. And secretly, instead of ranting on Yosuke all the time, I should be ranting on Teddy. He's the real cause of all the evil, and then Yosuke will suddenly turn to the best character ever. I could hope. It's not gonna happen, but I could hope.
I'm sorry, Teddy. Only people have human rights.
That's dark for you now, Toe. I didn't think you'd go there. Wow. Oh, all the scaredy cats are gonna do it.
What's come over you?
You just say babes? I gotta hear that line.
Babes, what's come over you?
You don't have the right to call them babes. Okay, yes, kill him. All of you kill him, and then make out. It'll be great.
Why are you so mad at me?
Cause you ruined my story, duh. Oh, and you scared them, that too.
So it was Teddy. Damn it, he freaked us all out.
He ruined my story!
What happened after that?
Yukiko cares at least. Aww. At least I like you, Yukiko. I don't get to finish the story? No! They don't let me finish the story! No! I hate it when the game does that sometimes, where it's like, and then you don't get to see what happens. Like, it's like the game developers were too lazy to come up with a good ending, so they're like, just pretend what the ending was. Whatever it is, it's probably better than whatever we could have come up with, because we're not that smart. I don't know.